Hey, what's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in into my YouTube channel. What we're going to be doing today is just pretty much just using all like drugstore affordable makeup to create this look. It's gonna be super simple. I'm gonna try to use everything under $20. Well, 25, because one of the palettes I'm gonna use is $25. So it's like a satin hair wrap, but I'm gonna put this on because so that way my hair can like lay really flat and I don't get any powder like all over my. This is the hard candy, and what I like about it is that it does actually keep my makeup on all day long. So even when I'm like at work, sweating, I get oily, my makeup stays on, it doesn't crease. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with, so this one's in 122 Sand Sable. Jeez, they make these things impossible to open. You just keep twisting. You can kind of see that it's starting to like come out a little bit. So, okay. It's actually a really yellow. Yeah, that's real yellow, but I have a lot of redness and pigments in my skin also, so I normally do tend to go for makeup that's more yellow so it can cancel out that redness, because I do not want to be pink, I do not want to be red. Then I'm going to go ahead with my sponge. I already wet it, so it's pretty damp. This sponge I got, so I'm just going to go ahead and press it onto the skin as I blend it. So I'll do this, and I like to do kind of like thin layers, because after this I'm going to go with foundation all over. And then sometimes I still use concealer over it to kind of like really get the coverage that I want without starting with excessive amount of concealer foundation right away. Since these inside here tends to be like the darkest area, I tend to, I like to put the makeup there and then from there spread it out. So now I'm gonna go in with the foundation that I got. This one so far has been okay. This is in the color 220 Natural Beige, and it's the Maybelline Super Stay Full Cover in the areas where I want the most coverage at. And then from there, kind of like spread it. So I do want most of my coverage kind of like in this part of the face. And then from there, I'll just kind of work my way around. Normally, everyone would tell you to like start here and then kind of like blend outwards to fade the makeup, but I have specific problem areas, so I want the most coverage there, and that's where I'm gonna start at. You can see the difference already on how like the foundation is compared to how like red my skin naturally is, and that's what I want to hide. Like I don't like that redness. Go in there with the Airspun loose face powder, and this is in the, it says translucent extra coverage. And this I'll pick up, and now this is the part that gets messy because I actually use a lot and it just kind of goes everywhere. So I'll really try to get it in there as close as possible, and I always make sure to kind of like look up and stretch the eye area, and then kind of like look straight and like press it, so that way I make sure that it really gets into the crease. She got lines under her eyes, and you could tell that's already kind of messy because it's already getting all over my shirt, but it's all right. I really wouldn't focus so much here, or like, you know, like go here, but like now I do. Now I kind of set a lot, because when you wear a mask, it's always like sitting right here, so I always make sure I really set it really good. A little bit will come off, but my makeup's still gonna be there, so it's not gonna be like too noticeable. Put it over my eyelid because I do actually have really oily eyelids, and I noticed that this actually helps me so that my eyeshadow doesn't crease as much throughout the day, because I don't care what primer there is. I've tried so many different eyeshadow primers and they all crease. I've tried concealer, they all crease. I've tried like waterproof foundation or whatever. Everything creases. Like, I don't care what it is, it creases. But if you guys have any other recommendations of tips and tricks, please let me know. But this is kind of what I found that works for me, and I've done this on clients as well, and they said it worked for them too. So now you end up looking like that Mexican candy, that mazapan. If you know what I mean, then you know what I'm talking about. So I had gotten this. It's the Maybelline Studio Tattoo Studio Brow Gel. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my MAC brush 208, which is a super thin. So you can see, I'll outline the brow first from the bottom, and whatever's left on the brush, I'll kind of try to like press it up a little bit, and then from there I'll outline kind of like the natural arch that's like matte, I don't know, supposed to be there, but I'll just kind of like start it like kind of like from where the hair starts to kind of get thinner, and then kind of like follow my natural hairline on the brow. So I'll kind of like fill it in like that, and then I'll go in and I'll fill in all this area. And I really probably won't do too much here because it's, you know, I do have hair there, but I don't want it to be like super dark. So once I have that, I kind of go in there with the spoolie and then just start from the bottom and then brush that product up. I already dusted off all the setting powder that I had, well, the baking powder. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use Superstay Maybelline. Well, this one, you can tell it's already used. It's a full coverage powder also. So I'm just gonna go ahead in there with like a fluffy brush, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more color with this one, because as you can see, the other one kind of leaves it a little bit light. And I like to use a fluffy brush because it'll deposit less powder. Like, even though, you know, it seems like you're putting a lot, it's really not. Using a fluffy brush is gonna apply the least amount of product as opposed to using a sponge. The sponge is really gonna give you a full coverage. But I'm just using this just to kind of blend out and add a little bit more of the color again. I'm gonna go in there with Black Radiance contour in the light medium, so it comes in like different colors. So I normally just kind of like mix the two to bronze up the skin. So I'll grab a little bit of both, take off the excess, and I'll start real close to the hairline and then bring it in lightly. Now the next step is, I actually used the eyeshadow primer from Hard Candy as well, but I ran out and I literally don't even have any more. But because I had already set my eyelids with foundation, concealer, the setting powder, and then I just kind of dusted a little bit of my face powder all over the eyelids. It's gonna keep the eyeshadow on for a little bit, but for the eyes, I'm just gonna do something super simple, very basic, and I'm gonna be using like this one here, maybe a little bit of this one, not sure, but for sure this one and that one. So I'm gonna go in there with the light color Escape, pick up a little bit with my Morphe M576 brush. It's a blending brush. Shake off the excess and then just start right in the crease area. And I like to start off with the transition color first, lightly, and then just kind of work with the rest of the colors going from there, because it'll be easier to blend the rest of the colors that I put on there. It'll just blend super easy. So I'm gonna grab the same color, and I like to pinch, like press down on the brush a little bit, so it's like this, gets a little bit thinner. Pick up some of the color, and then I'll go in there like directly under the lash line and just kind of brush it back and forth. And I do this so that way you don't have to grab like a thinner brush. You can pretty much create a whole makeup look with like a couple brushes. I like to kind of smoke mine out, and I like to drag it down a little bit because I wear really long lashes. So it just kind of balances it out a little bit, but it's totally optional. You know, you don't have to. But I feel like this kind of just makes the eye stand out a little bit more. It makes it look a little bit bigger because I normally don't like wearing liquid eyeliner on the top lid anymore. I used to all the time, but now I don't because I have like textured skin and like the little lines. So whenever I use liquid liner, it tends to like get in there and like run. And I don't like. I'm gonna go in there with the darker color in this one right here. Pick it up with the tip of the brush. I'm not picking up with the sides or anything. I'm picking it up with the tip. And then I'm gonna directly in this little area where it's a little bit lighter, kind of press it and then blend it. And notice I hold the brush from like this outer part. I don't hold the brush here because once you do that, you're gonna make the color super dark. It's not gonna be easy to blend. When you hold the brush further out, you're applying less pressure, so you're able to kind of like blend it better. And then apply it at the bottom. So I've already applied both of the colors, top and bottom, and kind of just focused it on the outer corner. So now I'm gonna go in there with Dash, which is like this light kind of golden color. Just go in there with my finger, and I'm just gonna like start and then just kind of pressing it very lightly and focusing it right on the inner quarter. And I'll put a little bit in the inner corner just to highlight a little bit. And then go in there and apply my lashes. And I'm using a lash applicator from MAC. I don't think they sell these anymore, but I had gotten this when I was working with them. Like, I'll apply some on my bottom lashes. And I like to apply a little bit over my lash, but I won't drag it all the way up to the false lash. Just kind of focusing it there, because what I like to do is to squeeze them together so that it blends back. Do that. You can either do it with your fingers, so I like using this, and I'll press them. These lashes are actually there really isn't a brand. I got them from AliExpress, probably like $5 for like a big pack. So there's no name or number to this. Yeah, they're just super random. All right, so pretty much that's it. The lashes are on my lips. I just went ahead and I used a Milani lip liner just to fill in my entire lips, and this is in the color, I guess it's number 9. That's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know what other type of videos you guys want to see. But like start playing with the press on nails, show you guys how I do that. I have tons of makeup also, so we can do like super affordable makeup looks, quick and easy. Let me know anything else that you guys want to see. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I will be bringing more videos soon. I enjoyed this and really like this, but again, thank you so much for watching. Bye.